What's going on YouTube? Kevin here with a different style video this time. I'm doing a preview of a product that hasn't yet been released but will be released very soon. So I contacted the company actually asking for another review product and they said, hey, do you want to do a preview on this product? So I said, sure, why not? And the product I'm talking about is called the Cookoo Watch. It's a kind of quirky concept, but it's something that I think will be very useful and could be very helpful to a lot of different people. And if you don't already wear a watch like I do, you might want to consider again, because this watch is very functional and very unique, and like I said, it could be very helpful to a lot of different people. So the real interesting thing about this watch is the fact that it pretty much lets you know everything that's happening on your phone without you actually having to look at your phone. Now, if you're the type of person like me who doesn't like to take their phone out of their pockets all the time, first world pains, right? Then this is something that could be very beneficial to you. And like I said before, if you don't wear a watch, you might want to reconsider wearing one because this one is pretty functional and pretty awesome. Take a look at this infographic that I'm displaying on the screen right here. You will notice that this watch does produce audible and vibration alerts on your watch, that's correct, for various things like alarms and reminders, text and chat messages. Even if your phone's battery is running low, it will light up a certain indicator. It will let you know when you have a new email or message, and if you are having or receiving a call, or if you have a missed call, it will also notify you of that. So pretty much any single type of notification that you have on your phone from the basic actual phone functions, those will be alerted to you via a vibration and an audible alarm on your watch. Now you might think, well, those are kind of stupid. What if I'm saying like a library, I don't want an audible alert or I don't want it to vibrate? Well, there is something called the ACK button, which for some reason sounds kind of quirky, but essentially it's a mute button. So you just press that, and as long as that's activated, you'll be in silent mode essentially. So you can turn on, turn off, depending on the environment you're in, or if it's acceptable to have some type of audible alert go off. What that alert is, I'm not quite sure, but nonetheless, it's there. The next cool feature about this watch is that it has a dedicated command button, and this is basically a customizable button that lets you do a lot of different customizable features. I know I just said that a lot, but I just want to emphasize that this watch has a lot to offer. So it even has pretty much a button that if you press it, it will do a various amount of functions. For example, you can have it check into a location. So let's say you're on Facebook or something. If you want to, you can have that button programmed so that when you press it, you'll check into a location on, let's say, Facebook or some other like geolocating service. Another thing you can have it is tag your location, so kind of the same thing, basic idea. Or the one thing that I'm kind of interested in is taking a picture, which we all know that you can use like a pair of headphones, plug it in, and then, if you want to on your iPhone, press the volume up button, and then that will go ahead and take a snapshot, or it could start recording video. However, this function has brought over to the watch, and if you press this command button, it will take a picture from a remote distance via Bluetooth, so it is actually completely wireless, which is, again, a pretty awesome feature. The Cookoo Watch was also developed in mind with people who don't like to recharge their watches. Now, you might think that, well, it might be one of those ones that you just shake and then it recharges, but that's not actually the case. It does have a battery inside, but the thing is that you don't really have to change it often. And you guys have seen what the face watch looks like. There are various LEDs, and it does kind of light up depending on, just if you wanted to or not. And you might be surprised at how long the battery actually lasts. For the actual analog clock, it lasts about 3 years, which in and of itself, the watch might die out before the actual battery, or it might not, depending on how durable it is, which, by the way, it is very durable. The actual lights on the display will last for about a year on a single battery charge, which again is still pretty darn impressive considering that they're actually lights showing up and considering that it's using Bluetooth technology to connect to your smartphone. So all those things considered, having that last a year, all like the fully functioning like productivity type alerts and stuff, is still pretty awesome, and 3 years is pretty a long time to own a watch anyway. So the battery life really shouldn't be a problem. So I just said that the battery life of this watch might actually outlast the actual watch itself, but that is actually probably not true. And I say this because this watch was built with durability in mind. So for those of you who roughhouse your watch or really don't take care of your watch, kind of like me, you probably will not actually have to replace this watch or worry about it breaking. It was built with durability in mind. The actual face of the watch is built with mineral crystal, which is a very hard and durable material, so that if you do hit your wrist up against anything, or if you are outdoors and you do get roughhoused a bit, it's not going to break or shatter or anything like that. It should remain relatively durable. It's also water resistant up to 3 atmospheres worth of water pressure, so you can take this swimming with you. You can dive with with it a little bit, and you'll be perfectly fine with it, and it will stay in pristine condition. So you better hope that for the money you're paying, which would be $130, that you would get all these various features. You get really awesome features in terms of connecting to your smartphone via Bluetooth and working with all these different functions that I listed earlier, and you better bet that it will last a long time, which I have no doubt that this would, based off the materials that it's made of. And, this is just a really cool watch. You might look at it and say, wow, that's really nerdy and geeky and quirky, but the thing is that it does look very sleek, and it's definitely a conversation starter. I mean, how many times have you seen someone with a watch that lights up and say, hey, look, I have a text message. Let me go check on that right now. Or if you're someone like me who, let's say, gets a lot of emails during the day, but most of them aren't really, important, you can kind of differentiate between what's let's say, a reminder or what's an email message. So it's very convenient, and it's going to be a product that I'm looking forward to a lot. So again, the Cookoo watch, it will retail for $130, and it will retail around November 13th of this year. So go ahead and look forward to that. You have a month to go. Go ahead and check out their website, guys. Link will be down below in the description as always. Until next time, thanks for watching. Please feel free to rate, comment, and subscribe for more content in the future.